With today's shift to hybrid work, being able to deliver the best user experience for critical collaboration apps is essential. With the ThousandEyes and Webex integration, you can get unparalleled visibility into the performance of these applications, which can help with faster root cause analysis and troubleshooting. ThousandEyes now has native support for RoomOS devices, and we're able to provide critical performance data for users who are leveraging Webex-enabled hardware for the best collaboration experience. Let's take a look at how to set this up and what it looks like in the dashboard. I'm here in the Webex Control Hub main dashboard, and it's really easy to get the integration set up. All you have to do is go to Organization Settings, and if you scroll down to the ThousandEyes section, just click on the checkbox next to Allow ThousandEyes API Access, and you'll provide it with your OAuth token for authentication. Once that's enabled, we'll automatically start pulling in that data and running the automated session tests against those RoomOS devices. Now that it's enabled, let's go over to the troubleshooting view and see what it looks like from a user perspective once they've joined a meeting from the RoomOS device. We're here on the troubleshooting screen, and I've already pulled up the user who started a few Webex meetings to see what the performance looks like. You'll notice a list of all the recent meetings, as well as the performance quality of each. Let's look at a specific meeting to look at the integration in action. We're now looking at a Webex meeting that happened that had 5 participants, and you can see the different audio and video quality stats. The participants are listed below along with their different laptop or RoomOS devices. On the right, the timeline view also displays the quality of that meeting for each user over the time period where the meeting occurred. Let's look at a user who was connecting from their Desk Pro. Once we're focused in on a specific device, we now get some additional network stats about that user, such as latency, packet loss, jitter, and also some video stats. You'll notice at the top that since the ThousandEyes integration has been enabled, we also get their network path. Scrolling along the network path, we see the different latency and loss values that is directly pulled from the ThousandEyes Endpoint agent. We can also click on any of the different points here to see the actual path that the traffic was taking. This overlay is now providing the ThousandEyes data within the Webex Control Hub platform. On the very left, we have our source device, which is that Desk Pro, and I get the information about IP and also overall connection stats. I can then use each of the icons here to move along that path trace. So we have the source device, and then we can see as it moves along their local network. Next, it travels externally, and I can see what that hop looks like, as well as the latency and any connection information associated with it. Scrolling over, we can see we start entering the Webex infrastructure at this point. Again, we had all the different connections it's making, so potentially to different Webex endpoints for voice and video and presentation. And then finally, we reach our destination. This is really helpful to see a hop-by-hop view of what the connection looks like and where there might have been problems with that user along the way. Maybe there's a node in between that was experiencing latency, which could then directly correlate to audio quality issues. If you want to drill down even further, there's a Launch ThousandEyes dashboard link which will pivot over to the ThousandEyes dashboard specific to this session. Let's take a look. We're now looking at the ThousandEyes path visualization. This is a more detailed view of the same data that you were seeing within Control Hub, but allows you to drill down and filter a little bit further. On the left-hand side is that Desk Pro agent, and on the very right are the Webex services it was connecting to. We can then see the local router for that user, and if we expand the hop count, we can see the different intermediate nodes and ISPs that the traffic traveled through. Another way we can view data about that Webex device is through our endpoint agent view. I've filtered for that specific Desk Pro we were looking at, and now we can see all the different stats that the agent on that RoomOS device is collecting, such as location, agent version, physical load, so memory and CPU, as well as network latency and loss. We'll also see those automated session tests that are running, so when those Webex meetings are spun up, we can actually see historical performance here for the different meetings that device has joined. And that's how easy it is to set up the Webex integration with ThousandEyes. Once enabled, all of your RoomOS devices can start collecting key network statistics like we've seen here, and sharing those both within the Webex Control Hub and also within the ThousandEyes interface. This helps drive better digital user experiences through the power of network data.